Hey guys, welcome back to another Aquamike video. Today, we're going to be talking about how to build your own McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Legion of Doom collection. I am so excited to talk about this with you guys, and I'm really looking forward to putting this together for you guys today. In many ways more than one, the Legion of Doom has always been one of my favorite teams in the DC universe, and it's just something that I really enjoyed collecting figures for. And I'm really excited to show you what figures I have put in to make my Legion of Doom. So let's go ahead and talk about that right now. Now, if I'm to be honest, the first figure that I'm going to incorporate in my Legion of Doom has to be the leader of the Legion of Doom, which in my case would be Superman's arch nemesis, aka Lex Luthor. Now, with many ways more than one, there are two different options you can choose from for this figure. You can either choose from the Power Suit Superman suit, which is this one shown right here, and it's a good choice, don't get me wrong, but the main one I will be using is Lex Luthor, aka the green and purple Power Suit. Now, this is one of the #1 choices for Lex Luthor in my opinion, due to the fact that this gives a comic book accuracy to the character himself. Now, as you can see down there, I did add some rocket boosters at the bottom, thanks to a McFarlane Toys Batwing figure that I bought, and it just gives them a lot more character for lifting or for just flying and stuff like that. But this figure definitely takes the cake when it comes to the Legion of Doom, and I think this is the best figure for your collection. Like I said, you can always use the Superman Power Suit, but I feel like this one definitely makes more sense for the leader of the Legion of Doom. Next up, let's talk about the brains and the bronze of the operation, which is Black Adam. Now, I will warn you with Black Adam, there are very few choices when it comes to the figure. I mean, you can choose between the Endless Winter Black Adam as seen right here, or you could choose from the Black Adam movie, Black Adam starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. But in more ways more than one, I will believe that the Black Adam from the Page Punchers era Black Adam will be your best choice. And the reason I say this is because Black Adam looks just like he did in the comic books when it comes to this figure, and I believe he's going to go very well with Lex Luthor and the other Legion of Doom members. This figure definitely takes the cake when it comes to figure accuracy, figure cosmetics, and such, and I just believe this is going to make a great member of the Legion of Doom for my collection. Now let's move on and let's go to Sinestro. Now, I believe Sinestro is one of the harder choices due to the fact that Sinestro only has 2 different variants from McFarlane, and this definitely is a harder choice. Now, I found this one at Target as a Target exclusive. This is Sinestro Parallax, which came out this year in 2024, or last year if you're watching this in the new year. Speaking of which, Happy New Year's to you. This figure is definitely my top choice when it comes to this figure, unless you can find the Collector Series Sinestro, as seen right here. This is definitely a #1 choice for my Sinestro, just because of the fact that I love the fact that he has the shiny armor, and I just feel like that definitely works for a Sinestro figure. The cape also brings in a little bit of like cosmetic appearance, and I just feel like it works for him. He also just wields a lot of great look to him that definitely matches with the group. Now let's move on and talk about Reverse Flash. Now, Reverse Flash was the hardest figure to choose from just because of the fact that you have so many variants that could work, but only one is within the price range that a lot of people can afford, and that, my friends, is the Injustice 2 form of Reverse Flash. Now, I know what you're thinking, why not use the Eobard Thawne figure from the new Flashpoint Paradox Dual Pack with Thomas Wayne? Now, in my defense, I feel like that one's definitely coming into my collection soon, and he'll be replacing Reverse Flash within a heartbeat, but this one has to be it for right now, just because of the fact that he's within the price range that I have, as well as for many other collectors who may not have the availability for that Reverse Flash figure from other collections. This one's definitely going to be a great option for certain people, but I feel like this one's not my favorite when it comes to the Reverse Flash figures. Like I said, I'm definitely picking up the dual pack version from the Flashpoint Paradox, just because of the fact that he gives more of a comic book accuracy compared to this guy, which is completely covered in red lines, and it just doesn't quite match the cosmetics of the Legion of Doom. But with that being said, I just feel like this may be the best option for a lot of different people. And I mean, people will get used to the red lines and the red markings and such, and the silver on the shoulder pads and the arm guards. But other than that, it's a decent figure, just not my favorite. So let's move on to Ocean Master. Now guys, Ocean Master is not always going to be known as a member of the Legion of Doom, but I feel like this figure definitely represents Ocean Master in the best way I feel as a Legion of Doom member, just because of the fact that he's got that comic accurate Trident fig accessory, as well as just the silver and purple just gives it a lot more of a villain look compared to the Page Punchers era Aquaman Ocean Master figure as seen right here. And I just feel like this definitely makes him look more like a member of the group compared to that figure, because you don't want to be overly dramatic when it comes to your figures and your collecting altogether. But this one definitely works for me as a collector, just because of the fact that this guy has so much great detailing to him. And not only that, if you realize from the Justice League collection video that I just made, he works with Aquaman. Like, the Aquaman figure matches the look to him like a T, and it works. And I really like this figure, and I really enjoyed collecting him. He was probably one of my first choices as a collector of McFarlane, just because of the fact that I am a huge Aquaman enthusiastic character, and I really enjoy Ocean Master, Aqualad, Black Manta, and Aquaman, and Mira. It's just, he's one of my favorite figures and one of my favorite characters in the DC era, and it just gives me a lot of feels in my heart. So let's move on to talk about the other villain in Aquaman's Rogues Gallery, which is Black Manta. Now, Black Manta is definitely a choice for some people because you have two different choices to choose from for this figure. You can choose between the Page Punchers era Black Manta as seen right here, or you can choose the Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom Black Manta, aka David Kane. And I just feel like this one definitely works for a comic accurate Black Manta, just because of the fact that he has the black and silver. Now, a lot of people are going to go, I like the Page Punchers era, that's fine. I don't mind the Page Punchers era Black Manta, but he doesn't work with the comic book accuracy of the team. And I just feel like this Black Manta, with the black and silver along with the red eyes, just gives a little bit more of a feel. Now, if I had the choice, I would remove the jetpack just because of the fact that it's not comic book accurate with the figures that I have for the Legion of Doom. But other than that, this figure works with this team perfectly. And I feel like this definitely makes the best figure for your Black Manta for your collection. And a lot of people aren't going to always choose Black Manta. Black Manta is not always going to be a member of the Legion of Doom. And the only reason I brought him in is because in Justice League Unlimited, he was introduced as Death Ray, and it just brings a lot of different ideas onto the table, and it's just definitely one of my favorite choices as a figure. Like I said though, I'm also an Aquaman enthusiastic, so you don't always have to choose Black Manta as your character. You can choose other figures such as Ocean Master, or maybe even bring in Heatwave from Flash's Rogues Gallery. But going from there, let's move on to the brains and the bronze of the operation besides Black Adam, and that is Gorilla Grodd. Now, Gorilla Grodd is definitely a choice within itself just because of the fact that he has very limited choices from the McFarlane era. This one is definitely my top choice just because of the fact that he is within my price range. but he also just gives a lot more of a feel compared to the Injustice 2 form. This one is a larger ape figure, and it just gives a lot more ability to look like Gorilla Grodd compared to the one from the Injustice 2 game. That one is a 7-inch figure, this one is about a 10-inch figure, and I like that idea a whole lot more than I do with that other one. This one definitely takes the cake for me, and I just feel like this one works out. Nothing more really to say about that, and this figure just definitely works. So, let's move on to Captain Cold. Captain Cold is definitely a choice for the Legion of Doom just because of the fact that he has been seen in many different movies as a member of the Legion of Doom. And this includes Lego DC movies as well as just DC movies in general, such as Time Trapped and such, but this one definitely works for me. Now, there are two choices, and you would have to wait till 2025 in order to get this figure, but one of the choices you have is the new Captain Cold figure from spring of 2025, and that is definitely a choice within itself, I agree, and it's probably the best one. But this one, the Page Punchers era Flash Captain Cold figure, definitely works the best. And I just feel like this one gives a little bit more of a feel as Captain Cold compared to the other one that will be coming out in spring. The reason I say this, well, Lex Luthor is a technologically advanced character, and I just feel like if he were to give everybody technological advancements, this would definitely make him feel better. And it just gives him a lot more of a feel as a figure and a character than the regular Captain Cold would. This one definitely works for me just because of the fact that he's got the fur patches on his boots, on his sleeves, and on his hood. It just gives a lot more of a character feel for me. Now, we're gonna move on to Bizarro. Now, what's really cool about Bizarro is that I picked this up last night for $5, and this is just one of my favorite Bizarro figures of all time. Now, Bizarro's not always going to be seen as one of the Legion of Doom members, but if I can recall correctly from Justice League Unlimited, which is the show that I based my Justice League on, this figure, Bizarro, was definitely in the Legion of Doom, led by Gorilla Grodd. And this one just definitely works for me as a figure, and I really enjoy having him in my collection and all that. This figure is based off the DC Rebirth Superman, but using a different head and a different cape. The other choice you have is the bulkier dual pack Bizarro, which comes with Bat Zorro, and I just don't like that figure as much as I do this one. So if I had a choice, it would be this Bizarro compared to the other one. Now, there's not really much more to say. Just put him on a flight pole or a flight stand and have him flying, kind of like what I'm doing here, for your Legion of Doom. Next up, we have the most funny character of all of the Legion of Doom, and that, my friends, is the criminally insane Joker. Now, guys, you can't have a Legion of Doom without your Joker, and this is definitely my choice for a Joker. Just because of the fact that this guy just looks insane. He's probably one of the best Jokers that McFarlane has ever created. Now, guys, this is the New Frontier Joker, and I just feel like this one definitely works better as a Joker compared to many other figures that you may find in McFarlane. And you have many other choices. I mean, you have the Batman Arkham Knight Joker, you've got the Joker that comes with the new twin pack with that new figure that I can't remember the name of right now, but this one definitely takes the cake just because it reminds me of the Joker from Justice League Unlimited, as seen right here, voiced by Mark Hamill. And I love Mark Hamill, guys. Mark Hamill is probably one of the coolest voice actors for the Joker, despite Heath Ledger. And I just feel like this one definitely works for me, just because of the fact that he works so well as the Joker from the Justice League Unlimited show. And this one just definitely takes the cake for me. So, with that being said, let's assemble the team and see what they look like together. Now guys, this is my Legion of Doom, and I just feel like this definitely works for a team. It looks so good, and I really enjoyed putting this together. The Lex Luthor just brings it all together, and I just feel like this definitely works as a team. The Bizarro just works out, as well as the Ocean Master and Black Manta combined, and the Sinestro, as well as the Joker. And I just feel like all these figures all together just look so good, and it's definitely going to work out as a collection. Now, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below so I can make more videos for you guys, and make sure to suggest what figures you would like me to record or review for you guys today, so that way we can make more videos for you guys that you would actually enjoy watching. So, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. May God bless you. Aqua Mike out. See you guys later. Talk to you guys soon. See you back in the collection soon.